What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alia if you are new here. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite curly hairstyles using my Bebonia curly clip-in hair extensions. Now, if you haven't seen my review video, I will leave that linked up above for you as well as in the description box, so you can check that out after this video if you haven't already. Before we get into it, I'd absolutely love it if you consider smashing that subscribe button. It is completely free, and if you change your mind, you can always unsubscribe later. But I hope you won't. Also, don't forget to hit that little notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a video. Now, without further ado, let's jump on into it. So these are the extensions that I am talking about. This is my Bebonia off black set in the 320 grams in the spiral pattern. So on their website, you can choose between, I believe, 3 different patterns of hair and then a whole bunch of different colors as well. So I chose spiral because I have 3A curls, and as you can see, this is pretty much a 3A curl, so that actually works perfect with my hair. Now they also have, I think it's 120 or 150 grams. I'm not 100% sure. I'll pop up the information on the screen for you, but I chose the 320 because I just like to have a lot of extra hair, like, you know, that big lion's mane situation happening. That being said, I don't use all of these at the same time, but I like having the option of having a whole bunch of different sizes, so depending on the style I'm going for, I can use either just the bigger clips or maybe just the smaller ones or a mixture, so you can't go wrong. So I've had these for just under a year and they are still in perfect condition. They've held up, you know, being washed, they haven't lost their pattern, they are still really soft, and everyone thinks they're real, so you know, who wants someone to be able to guess that your hair's fake? I mean, I don't. And no one ever guesses, so that's great. Also, this is day 3 hair, I believe, so it is looking a little scraggly. Some of my ends are getting kind of straight. I am due for a trim. There's just some damage going on. There's some frizz, but I want this to be realistic. Obviously, curly hair is not going to be perfect all the time. It gets frizzy, it gets flat, it gets straight. It happens, so I just wanted to roll the punches and be realistic about this. Anyway, enough rambling, let's start on the hairstyles. So the first style I'm going to show you, I am only going to be using 2 of the 2 clip wefts, and that is because I'm going to be doing a pigtail situation. But for me personally, my hair is not thick enough for the pigtail hair to, like, it just looks kind of ratty if I don't have the extra hair in there. You can also, of course, use hair extensions throughout your head. This is just if you don't have the time and you don't want to have like a bunch of heavy clips in your hair the entire day. This is a great alternative. So the first thing that I'm going to do is kind of just decide where I want these to be. And I'm thinking, I'm looking down because my mirror is right here actually. But I kind of want them to be like a bit farther back. I don't want them to be like, you know, sticking straight out like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect because with curly hair, it's hard to see a defined like part line anyway, so that doesn't really matter. So once you kind of have your hair sectioned off, you're just gonna clip the rest out of the way. And this looks really funny, but actually I'm just gonna use a scrunchie here. Pull this part back, and then you have your 2 pieces here of the hair that you're going to use. So then what you're gonna do is you're going to kind of divide it like that so you can see there. And then you're just going to take one of your wefts and clip it in. And it doesn't matter if it bumps up like this because that part's going to be hidden in the ponytail anyway. And then you are just going to pull it back and take a hair tie. It doesn't really matter what kind. You can use this kind, or you can use a smaller one, or scrunchies, just depending on the look you're going for. So there, you have one just like that, and then you're just going to repeat that on the other side. And then sometimes what I like to do is I like to take these little claw clips and kind of just clip down in the back, and this really just holds the ponytails in place and keeps them from sagging throughout the day. So that's the final look for look 1. It's super simple, it's really easy, it literally takes like 2 seconds. And what I like about this is I can't really feel the clips in my hair. And another trick you can do is once you have them in the ponytail, if you feel the clips tugging, you can literally just go in there and unclip and then re-clip them so they're not even really holding much hair. And that way they're not pulling, because you already obviously have the tension from the hair elastic in there, so you can just kind of unclip the extensions, but they'll stay in place. So it's a perfect trick. Okay, the next style that I'm going to show you guys is also kind of like a half up, half down, but it's a little bit different and it has more hair in it. The first thing I'm doing is I'm just like sectioning my hair just above my ears and just really carefully separating the hair, because obviously when you pull apart curly hair you do kind of get some frizz going on, so I really want to minimize that. I'm just pulling this part up. I needed a bigger hair clip, but I forgot it. So then I'm just going to take one of the 4 clip wefts and I'm just going to put that in the back here. Then I'm going to go ahead and put another 4 weft clip just above that one. And you can obviously separate, you know, some of these curls as well. They do tend to want to clump together, especially when you just have them hang up in their little hanger. Okay, now before I go any further, I'm going to just scrunchie that part off and take this part down. So I need to decide where I want the ponytail, and then I also want a couple pieces of hair out in the front. So I could just do like a big clump like that, but I don't think I want to. I think I want to really like separate and do a smaller piece. And these are not the same length. Well, like I said, I need a haircut. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's good enough for me. So I'm just going to, this is gonna look funny, but clip 2 pieces like that. And then I'm going to decide where I want to pull back for the updo. I'm gonna try and be careful about it so that I don't cause a ton of frizz. So now that I have that, I'm just gonna clip that up, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rest of this hair back so that it doesn't get caught. Then we're just going to repeat that process where we kind of section that hair just like that. And then you're going to take one of the 2 wefts and you're just going to place it in there. And then flip your hair back. And then you can see the ponytail, but actually what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a cuter scrunchie and just loop that over. And then you can go ahead and take, you know how I had the smaller claw clips earlier, this is like a medium-sized one. And what this is good for is like supporting the ponytail, so you just clip it at the root underneath the hair tie. And you can see that that just like gave my hair so much more oomph to it, like the ponytail has some sass now. And then you're gonna take the back part down, and now you're going to take 2 of the 3 clips and do 1 on either side. So where you have that extra hair coming down, you're just gonna section that. And I just think this is like a really cute, fun way to wear your hair. This is kind of like my favorite go-to when I wear my curly hair extensions. I like to do the half up, half down. I just feel like it adds a lot more volume because you have the ponytail pieces coming down and it just looks like natural layers. And then obviously I have like my little short fuzzy pieces. If this was like day 1 hair, these would like mesh in a lot better. But you can kind of just like tuck those and it's fine. So yeah, that's this style. You can see that it blends in with my natural hair literally like perfectly. Like the color is spot on, the pattern is perfect. So I really love that, and like I said, no one ever questions or guesses it's not my real hair. Okay, so this next one is pretty easy. It's kind of just going off where we already were. You're just gonna leave the clips in, and then you're going to just add the 2 weft clips to the very top here. And that'll just help to blend your hair in better because you're adding more layers in there. And my hair actually is layered. I used to just do a blunt cut, but then I realized if you layer curly hair, it gives you quite a bit more volume. So I would definitely recommend trying that out if you were having issues with volume. So this is what you're gonna end up with, and this is kind of similar to the first look, but you have more hair and you're not using a hair tie this time. You're going to be using 2 of the little claw clips. I'm using light brown just so you can see it in my hair, but normally I would use the black ones just because I like it to be more hidden. But you can use any kind of clips, even if you want to use like butterfly clips and 90s style, we're here for it. So I'm just going to pull back a couple pieces in the front, and you can even like twist it if you want. You can braid it. You can do it however you want. There's no wrong way to do it, really. And then I'm just going to clip it. Now this is great if you have a lot of like frizz in the front, or you want to wear your hair down but you don't want it in your face because you're working, or whatever the situation might be. And then you can like push it forward if you want a bit of volume still. So that's that one. Super easy, super self-explanatory. It literally takes like 1 second, probably the easiest one of the entire bunch, but it's just super cute and easy and no fuss. So if you just don't know what to do, or you don't feel like your hair is blending in properly, or whatever the situation might be, always try pulling back some of it. That just helps to blend the hair in better, in my opinion, especially if you've just gotten like a fresh cut and it's a little bit more blunt and hasn't grown out yet. This one's definitely a good option because, like I said, it adds that extra volume to the side, and the pieces that are being pulled back kind of act as extra layers to just make your hair look more full and more even. Okay, so this last one, again, is super easy, and you can pretty much have as many clip-ins as you want or feel comfortable with. Just kind of depends on the look you're going for. All you're going to need is a little bandana or headscarf, and this one I just have rolled up. And this is a great one for if you have just like dirty hair, you didn't feel like washing it, even if you're just like going to the gym, this is an easy way to pull your hair back. So I really like this one. This is just easy and I don't have to really do anything else with my hair. You're literally just going to basically put this behind and up and under. You can like flip your head or you can fish it through. I think I'm just going to fish it through and see what happens. Usually I just flip my head, but that's just too much effort today. We can't be bothered with that. And then you're going to just bring it up, and you can leave pieces in front of your ears if you want. I personally like to kind of cover my ears because I'm just not a fan of them. I think that they're kind of big. And then you're just going to pull all of that extra hair out of the way. So I only really cover like the tops of my ears, but again, however you want to do it, there's no wrong or right way. And then you're just going to tie these pieces. And you can do that, or you can like, you know, flip it around to make it more even. That's pretty much that look. It's pretty easy. You just put on a headband and call it a day. Obviously, if you don't want as much hair, maybe take out the 2 clips in the front here and just leave the rest, but this is personally just how I like to wear. Obviously, if I'm going to the gym, I'm probably not wearing hair extensions. I'm just wearing the headband to keep the hair out of my face. But another thing that you could even do, which also is cute, is just take some of this in like a really messy way. You don't have to like section it all perfect or anything like that. Just take a bit of the hair, and you can even just make like a messy bun situation. This is just makes your hair look, you know, no fuss, super messy, like you don't care but you really do care. And then just like pull it apart and secure. I'm just using a thin hair elastic to secure it. And then you can use bobby pins or like really anything. I'm just gonna use a small little clip to kind of like secure it in the back and push it forward. Okay, so I've just moved my camera up a bit so you can actually see the bun. But yeah, that one's pretty easy too, and this way, if you don't want all of that extra hair kind of hanging down around the bandana, you can just throw up in a messy bun. This is a super like cute, easy way to wear your hair as well. So these are all, it's kind of like 5-minute crafts, but for hair, you know, curly hair specialty. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. I will have a link to the extensions that I'm using down below, so feel free to go and check out their website for yourself if you are in the market for new curly hair extensions. Comment down below which style is your favorite, if you've tried these styles before, or if you have any to recommend that I missed, because honestly, I always love to learn new curly hairstyles. It's so much easier when you just have straight hair, you can kind of do whatever, but when it's curly, it's a little bit more difficult. So definitely leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out if you want to see more videos like this in the future, and thank you so much for watching.